What is up, guys? Nathan746 here, coming at you with a new series I like to call Minechat. Now, in this series, it's just a little short video series where I just, we go in mining and caving in the single player world, most likely. Get all my stuff here, that's just trash. And we pretty much just walk around and I mine, and while I mine, I talk about a specific subject. I think I said that right. If I didn't, specific. Okay, but anyway. Now today on Minechat, I'd like to start out with something I talk about from time to time at my home all the time. My top 5 favorite... Hang on, let me... Okay. My top 5 favorite WWE superstars. Now, if you don't like WWE because the scripted part or the fact that it's mainly for entertainment purposes, I mean, I understand that, but come on guys, no hate. This is a video about if you don't like it, just, don't watch. But, okay. So for number 5, I would honestly have to say, and I'm going to get called a little toddler for this one probably, but it was just a huge role model for me sort of as I was growing up, in a way, so... Number 5 is Bill Goldberg. Now, he doesn't wrestle anymore, that much is obvious, but he was always, like, every time he came out, I got all happy and pumped up and, like, interested in the television, so to speak. Like, when he would come out, I knew someone was about to get hurt, and back when I was younger and I watched it a lot more than I do now, got attacked by a creeper, but when I watched it more back then than I do now, I always saw Goldberg. Like, one of my favorite moments from Goldberg is at No Way Out of 2004, I think it was, when he came out on the pay-per-view and speared Brock Lesnar. That was just amazing. And even before that match happened with Eddie Guerrero, which is a really amazing superstar that I'll get to in a little bit, but he came out before that and just straight up jumped through and got into the ring and took down Brock Lesnar and like really quick, and I think anybody can do that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really like Brock Lesnar too much. He's pretty cool in a way, I guess, but I just don't, he's not entertaining to me. Okay, now leading on to my 4th, because I don't have much to say about Goldberg, but leading on to my 4th favorite wrestler. This has got to be, without a shadow of a doubt, Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was Latino heat, man. Eddie was the best. Every time he came out with his music playing in that lie, cheat, steal moniker, it was amazing. He used to always just make me get all excited and to watch, and the way he would do the conning things, like he would make it look like somebody else hit him with a chair when they didn't, and then they would get disqualified, and then he'd win and stuff like that. That stuff was great. And again, going back to No Way Out of 2004 when he defeated Lesnar for the title, I think it was the WWE title, I'm not entirely sure, but back then that was epic. That was just awesome. I loved every second of it, and every time he stepped into the ring before he passed away in '06, I believe, I just enjoyed every minute of it. He was a great wrestler. May he rest in peace, too. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Eddie. Okay. Number 3, the rated R superstar Edge. I first started to like the wrestler Edge just because of his entrance music. It was awesome to me. Like, I was used to hearing some crappy little intro music or something stupid. Then I hear Edge's and it was different, and I was like, hey, this guy's different, this guy's awesome. And I just started watching, and over, like, he was a great heel. Very great heel. But eventually they turned him good towards the end, but then he had to quit, sadly, because of his neck. Why am I, like, dodging over this? He had to quit over his neck, and that really kind of sucked. But he became WWE champion. He was a tag team. Ooh. With Edge and Christian. It was Christian with him. They made a great tag team. I think he was in the first ever, for the love of all this, I think he was in the first ever TLC match with the Hardys and the Dudleys, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. There's no chest. What a rip. But yeah, and then he's just, all in all, he was a pretty good wrestler. Now, I'm not going to collect all this, but now, going towards number 2, let's go back in time a little bit to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, everybody likes Stone Cold, just about. He is hardcore. He's badass. He's just awesome. That's the way he stunners, the way the attitude he had for the Attitude Era was perfect. The way, like, you would piss him off and he'd just like laugh and then flip you off and then do that stunner on you, and it was awesome. One of my favorite moments was when he stunnered Santa Claus. I don't remember when that was, but I remember seeing that and thinking, oh wow, this guy's awesome. It was just really, really epic. Every time he comes, like, there's been times over and over in the WWE all the time. I'm gonna end up getting this all funny enough, but okay. There's been times when I'm watching and I'm just sitting there thinking this would be a perfect moment for Stone Cold just to come out and be like, what? And make the crowd do the what chant, which I guess has been replaced with this yes thing. I don't know, because you don't hear what anymore, you just hear yes. I think what's more of an attitude chant. Alright. Went through those pretty quickly. Now we're here at, there's some iron, number 1. Now, it took me a moment to think about this. I used to like Randy Orton a lot, like as my favorite wrestler. That was my favorite. But over time, after paying more attention, I mean, it's not because he's turned heel. I think he should be heel better. He's a better heel than a face. I think that's the other term. But anyway, my favorite wrestler has to be CM Punk. Because, for one, pipe bomb. That pipe bomb, the way he can just drop stuff like that. Like, for example, that night he came out and gave that speech where they cut off his mic, and it was supposed to be his last Raw. That was actually not scripted. That was just him venting out all this aggression pent up. If you've seen the DVD, you know what I'm talking about. But he's just venting all this aggression that's been built up inside of him from WWE, kind of giving him the cold shoulder, so to speak. I hate water on here, but so finally he got to vent it out, and that speech was epic. It made him a hit with a bunch of people, including myself. I mean, I liked him before that. I've liked CM Punk since back in the day when he was just coming out on ECW. Like, he just appeared on ECW and he was brand spanking new. Back then, that was like the best time ever. Because, like, since he came out, I just watched him over and over. Just because, like, he was different, and I like different stuff. I don't like, you know, it's wrestling, everybody comes out and talks about, I'm gonna beat this guy, and that's pretty, and they're better than the other guy, and that's pretty much it. No, he did more than that, and it was really finally a mob besides a creeper. But it was just so cool how he would always come out, and the way he wrestles, it's just awesome. That GTS is awesome. Even when it doesn't hit, it still looks cool. But yeah, and like from over time, he just branched out. Now he's one of the most popular superstars, and at the time of me making this video, he's supposed to be going to fight, I think it's Paul Heyman. I'm not sure, I hate the guy so much I don't even pay attention to his name. But he's supposed to go wrestle against Paul Heyman this Sunday. I think he has to beat Axel first, Curtis Axel. I'm not entirely sure, because I mean, I watch the show. Don't get me wrong, I watch it, but I'm not like, oh yes, nothing good. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not like, glory, 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 it's wrestling. I'm not that into it. I try not to be anyway. I get into it sometimes, really start watching, but yeah. That's pretty much my top 5 favorite wrestlers. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This one's a little bit shorter than the rest of them. I hope you all enjoyed, because this is like something very interesting I figured I'd try. And it's a new series, so I figured I'd be short on the beginning of it. So tell me what you guys think. Like below. Tell me who you like in wrestling. Like, who are your favorite wrestlers? Who would you like to see make a comeback? If you saw someone like, for example, Cody Rhodes got fired, would you want to see him come back or not? Explain why, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, it always helps. And until next time, this is Nathan746. I'm gonna keep digging in this mine. Later, guys.